Good evening. I'm Dr. Mrs. Olebara. I just want to give an insight in how we can assess students using automated Google Sheets, Google Form rather, and without having to carry papers along, doing away with all the paperwork and all that. So I want to make it a quick one. So let me share my Google environment screen. Okay, right. So assuming this is my screen, and okay, let's start with a fresh screen. You open your Google and search for Google Form. Try to sign in. Go to blank form and then start with your questions. Let's make this fast. Let's say I'm assessing students and I want number one question on my assessment to be what is this? So I'm just going to use three questions. What is this? And then I have options. Then I can change my options here. Make them multiple choice. Multiple choice questions using radio button allows the student to select just one option and so on. So for text or assessments like this, it is the best fit. So I'm going to ask, give the options such as the question is what is bit, and I say smallest unit of information, smallest unit of information the computer understands. Then I'll copy this and try to edit as I drop it. Smallest. Let's change this to biggest. Or highest units. Yeah, let's just do something. And then let's change this to none of the above or the above. Then all of the above. All of the above. So we're gonna make it just 4 points. Then I already set my system to, I'll show you how to set by default. All my Google Forms must collect email addresses and they are set to required. So you must answer each question before you move on to the next question. So I don't have to go setting them one after the other. It's automatically set as default settings. So after this, I click on the plus sign to get my number two question, and I'll ask how many bits make a byte. So you may have written down your questions for the assessment, how many bits make one byte. So and I give options like 4, 5, 3, then put the correct 8, and use 3 here, and use 8 here since I already know that number. 8 question has, okay. So next, remember it is already set by default to be fired. If yours is not set, I'll still show you how to set, but if it's not set by default, you have to click this button to make it required. So let's use 3 questions. Let's say number 3 question is, what is the full meaning of the acronym DBMS and then I give options. Option one is data maintenance system, and I give another, let's copy this and drop. I give another data base management, database management for this database maintenance. So, and the next option, job for this database data bank, and then the last one, job section sector. Okay, so we are done fetching the questions. The next thing to do is to go to our settings. Okay, let's finish with this. Go to settings and make first on your settings is make this a piece here with something button on, and then the next say when do you want to release the grade? Immediately, no, I don't use it. I prefer to is review them and then collect the student emails, like being sure that what they entered initially was correct. So I collect the email again at this point. So now, missed questions, what happens? Respondents can see the questions which they answered incorrectly. You don't do that. Correct answers. Respondents can see correct answers after their grades are released. If you want, yes. If you don't want, you can use a class to teach them that. If not, they just don't, I prefer to teach them that in a class so that I'll give the reasons why these are the correct points. Values. Respondents can put so units with keys for each. Yeah, if you want to do that, it's allowed. Now, default question point value, you can, if you want, depending on the level, if you want to give 2 points, let's say the mark is social typing. From giving 2 points, that means I'm setting 15 questions. From giving 1 point, that means I'm setting 30 questions. So this just I'm making these 2 points because you know we have just 3 questions. So we'll see how it works. Go down again. Responses. Manage how responses are collected and protected. So you open this, collect emails, yes, to respondents, responder inputs. Send responders a copy of their responses. I like to do this, yes. I always like to do this. Oh, sorry, copy of their responses. I don't really do this. I can use it to teach them again, like generate it in Excel format and then do general release if I want. So, but for now, let's leave this off. Allow response editing. No, you don't allow response editing. Once you submitted, but if not, the students will take forever answering their question. You'll go from one point to another. If you want to allow it, yes, you're free to also allow them, but let them work within certain time frame that it's not, which one did you answer? Somebody will tell you, come back and edit, and then make it right. So I prefer not to allow it to answer, think your answer is answered. Requires timing, yes. Limit to one response. Limit to one response. Of course, I prefer you only answer once. Now, presentation. Manage how the form and responses are presented. Open up to check. Show progress bar, not necessary. Shuffle question order. If it's exam, yes, you need to shuffle the question order so that people will not just copy from each other. Let them answer what's available. Use text of questions based on and set your scores. You don't have any other entries to it. Confirmation message. Your response has been recorded. That's the default message. So let's leave it at that. The table by limit to, yeah, show link, submit another number. So now let's go to default. So this is where I set my initial form must receive email, and the second one, question default, where I set it to each answer must be set to required. It must be automatically set to required. So you must answer one question before you move to the other. If you don't set it here, that means as you set your questions, you start clicking those buttons one after the other. But all my forms are set to be default, so I don't have to go setting by default one after the other. So this is my default. Now I'm done with the settings. Let's go back to the questions. Okay. Remember we said each question should have 2 points, right? So let's now assign the correct answer to this. Expected total should be 6. Now, sorry, 1 minute. Let's do this 0 for now. We come here. Sorry, later. Okay. Let's all looks good. Back to this now. So click on this number 1 and click on this and set your answer. So automatically it is 2 points that we agreed. Now done. Click on done. Next one, set the answer. What is this has been set? So how many you say 8, this make 1 by. So you first click answer key. Now answer key is 2 points, and then you set this to 8, and then you say done. Number 3 question. Number 3 question. You click on number 3, answer key. What is the full meaning of the acronym database management system? You set the right question instead to this, you say done. Okay. Now let's remember that this is a quiz, and most likely you may not be having just one department. Let's say you have 2, 3 departments writing this test at the same time. All you need to do is finish this, drop the link and in the different WhatsApp groups of the department, and the students as such, you can be in your office giving them maybe say 10 minutes for the test or whatever, and then they finish and submit to the cloud. So this records automatically. And don't forget, if you have more than one department, it is important to capture a question that allows them to increase the department. So at this point, I'm going to click the plus sign again so that I can ask them their department. So let's click on the plus sign for number 4 question. Number 4 question is enter your department. Now, this may ask you to use short answer, which is like allowing the students to type it themselves. But the problem with this is that most times, while trying to be fast on type, they make mistakes in the spelling of their department. Let's say computer science, somebody might use computer and SE for science, another person will use computer science in full, and so on. Somebody might miss an I or one letter, and then it now comes up as different departments. Meanwhile, they are all trying to indicate the same department. So I prefer a case where you list the departments that are taking your test and allow them to just select. So let's say I have you're teaching mathematics and more than 10, it's not a big deal to at least 10, because the problem you have later trying to clean data is reduced when you give a closed kind of data set to choose from here. So this open data type is not a thing. So we're going to also make this a radio button. Go back to the short answer, the group, and make it a multiple choice. So if you're teaching 10 departments, just here I'll put computer science. All they now need to do is select computer science, not give me their own spelling. Computer science and MCB, let's say public health, and then this one. You can use the abbreviation so that the students know the abbreviations of the department, and that will really help. Now, another very important thing is that you can add up something. You can just click in a research question. Like this department now, I won't, let's say I want to add another one on my quick plus. So in assessment, I'm not adding this to my assessments, right? So this department in this case, sorry, after department, the fifth question I want is a research question, something I can use to write a journal. You know, in this field, you say you're an academic staff. Remember the publish or perish phrase. It is still there, whether we like it or not. So let's try in your area, try and get a research question that you can pop in whenever you're giving a test. And use these students as your respondent. So they can research, give something in your area that they can bring a feedback on, and that will help you write the journal. Always, always, always think of that. So in this case now, in my area, let me pop in a question. Um, what do you understand by AI responsible use? Responsible use. And then this I'll make it a paragraph. I'm going to be the one analyzing my data. So long answer. Then a follow-up question to this will help me. Do you think those six and do you think your use of chat GPT can be considered responsible? Considered responsible. Um, okay, another paragraph. This is all I want here. Now, please, because I'm going to use this for data, I need to add few more questions, and this ones will now be just your age and your gender. I'll just say age. And then age is usually multiple choice, since that we start with 16 to 18, 16 to 18, into 18, 16, 17, 18, we'll do 19 to 21, and we do 22 to 24, then finally we do 25 and above, 25 and above. Now, the next one will be on the agenda. So this will help you carry out one or two paper research works. That will be number 8 now will be, just give me your agenda. And then the male or female answer that I want. male or female. We are done. Okay, so you see, these ones do not have points assigned to them. You get so this one has 2 points assigned. This one has 2 points assigned. Number 3 has 2 points assigned. Number 4 has 0 points assigned. Number 5 has 0 points assigned. Number 6, no points. Number 7, no points. Number 8, no points. Done. So next thing is to share these to the platforms of the students. Okay. So I'm just going to publish this. Publish. Create the link, shorten the link, copy the link. Now open their WhatsApp group and drop it there. So with that, I'm done. This is the WhatsApp group. This is my WhatsApp on web. So you try to keep your WhatsApp open. So by the time you copy this, you now need to just come to the group and drop the link to that. Let's say for me, I have for all the departments I'm teaching, I create WhatsApp links for all. So this is communities channel, chat. So I click on my chat and find the groups. Let's say yeah, the students group, public health. Okay, I have public health. If I drop this, they have the question. So this is it for this. Let me stop sharing. Thank you. I hope this is found useful to your work and assessment. Thank you very much.